My idol husband and his secret love. Hello, my dear friends. Today, I'm excited to share with you a heartfelt and simple story in English, written especially for beginners. The story is called My Idol Husband and His Secret Love, and it's designed to help you practice reading, listening, and understanding English while feeling the emotions woven into the words. So, listen closely, follow along, and let's dive into this journey together. I couldn't believe what I discovered. It hit me like a storm. My husband has a secret love, a woman he's been seeing behind my back. I was shocked, not because our marriage was filled with deep romance, but because of how unexpected it was. My name is Elena. I'm nearly 50 years old, and I've been married for 25 years. I have 2 children, both grown now, living their own lives with their own families. My husband, Paul, is 52, and for years, I thought I knew him. But lately, everything has changed. A life of routine. Paul has always been lazy, extremely lazy. Most of his free time is spent sprawled on the couch, the TV blaring, a beer in hand, or napping through the afternoon. I often tease him, calling him my couch potato king, though it's more truth than jest. He never lifts a finger around the house. He won't help with dishes, won't take out the trash, and refuses to join me for a walk, claiming, "I'm too tired. I need my rest. Leave me be." So, I've shouldered it all, cooking meals, scrubbing floors, washing clothes, shopping for groceries, and raising our children through their toddler tantrums and teenage rebellions. In the beginning, things were different. When we first married, Paul was kind. He'd smile warmly, say, "I love you, Elena," and we'd dream of a future together. Our son, Daniel, came 2 years later, a clever boy with a knack for making us laugh. 2 years after that, our daughter, Mia, arrived, a sweet girl who loves to dance and hum tunes. Back then, Paul worked hard at his job in a warehouse, bringing home enough to keep us comfortable. I stayed home, building our family with love and care. We laughed together, planned vacations we never took, and shared quiet moments. But that love faded over time, replaced by habit. I thought we'd grow old like this, sipping tea, watching our grandchildren play, living side by side in comfortable silence. I was wrong. The shocking discovery: one Sunday morning, I decided to go shopping for the week. I grabbed my bag, opened the front door, and stepped outside. Then I remembered, my wallet was in another jacket hanging in the closet. I closed the door and turned back, rummaging through my pockets. That's when I heard it, Paul's voice drifting from the living room. "Yes, sweetie, I'm listening to you," he said, his tone soft and unfamiliar. I froze. My heart pounded like a drum in my chest. My hands trembled as I pressed myself against the wall, listening. Sweetie? He'd never called me that. Never. I've always disliked those pet names, sweetie, honey, dove, lamb, and he knew it. Yet here he was, using one with someone else. I held my breath as he continued, "Yes, darling. Tomorrow evening. I miss you too." My stomach twisted into knots. A mistress. He had a mistress. But how? Paul, the man too lazy to walk to the mailbox, was sneaking around with another woman? When he ended the call, I stepped into the living room. He was still holding the phone, his face registering shock as he saw me. I didn't hesitate. "Who is this, sweetie?" I demanded, my voice sharp. He paled, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. Finally, he whispered, She's my woman." I stared, my eyes wide, my voice rising. "Your woman? You mean your mistress?" He nodded slowly, avoiding my gaze. "Yes. Sometimes I see her." I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. "You? You can't fix a leaky faucet. You won't walk to the corner store. And yet you managed to meet a mistress? How is this possible?" He tried to smile, a weak attempt to lighten the mood. "She makes me feel alive," he said. Those words cut deeper than I expected. Tears welled up as I stepped closer. "Alive? I gave you 25 years, Paul. I cooked your meals, washed your clothes, raised our children. And now you need another woman to feel alive?" He looked away, muttering, "I'm sorry." A decision takes root. The pain in my chest was unbearable. I wiped my tears and straightened up, my voice firm. "Call your sweetie. Tell her you're coming today. Not tomorrow, today." He blinked, stunned. "What? Today?" I raised my voice, letting my anger spill out. "Yes. Go to her. Run, crawl, do whatever it takes. I don't care. Just get out. I don't want you here." He sank back onto the couch, his face a mix of sadness and disbelief. "But this is my home," he protested weakly. I shook my head, my resolve hardening. "Not anymore. You destroyed it. Go to your mistress. I need time to think about my life." He left slowly, dragging his feet like the lazy man he'd always been. I sat at the kitchen table, burying my face in my hands, and cried. 25 years, I whispered to myself. And now this. What will I do? How will I live? The couch, once a symbol of his constant presence, now stood empty. It felt strange, almost eerie. I remembered the early days, Daniel and Mia as toddlers, Paul and I laughing over spilled milk, planning family outings. Now, all that remained was betrayal, but amid the tears, a flicker of something new stirred inside me, courage, a small fire of determination. I wiped my cheeks and said aloud, "I will divorce him. I won't live with a cheater. I will be free. I will start again." The thought was terrifying, but it also brought a strange sense of relief. I took a deep breath, feeling stronger despite the tears still lingering. Seeking support the next morning, I called Mia, my voice shaky as I poured out the story. She listened quietly, then spoke with a gentleness that soothed my soul. "Mom, you're strong. You can leave him. You don't need a man like that. We love you, and we'll support you." Her words were a lifeline, giving me the courage to take the next step. Daniel called later, his tone firm but loving. "Dad's been selfish, Mom. Do what's best for you." That afternoon, as I was tidying the house, I saw her, the mistress, standing outside, knocking on the door. She was younger, with a nervous smile, probably there to talk to Paul. My heart raced, my hands shook with a mix of anger and hurt. I opened the door, staying calm despite the storm inside. "Leave my husband alone," I said, my voice steady. "He's married to me. Don't see him again." She stared, speechless, then turned and walked away. Paul came home minutes later, trying to explain. I ignored him, my emotions too raw to listen. That evening, we argued fiercely. "You waste your life," I shouted. "You're lazy, you cheat, and I can't believe this is who you've become." He mumbled, "I'm sorry, but it felt empty." "Sorry doesn't fix years of betrayal," I snapped. "You're selfish, Paul." He fell silent. And I cried, for the lost years, the broken trust. The love that had faded into memory. A new beginning. I started packing, filling a suitcase with clothes, books, and mementos that held my story, photos of the kids, a journal from my early marriage. Each item I packed fueled my resolve. This is my life, I told myself. I will live for myself. I contacted a lawyer, learning about divorce proceedings, property division, and my rights. My heart pounded with nervousness, my hands trembled, but I knew I had to do it. That night, I cried again, mourning the life I'd known. But as the tears fell, a small smile crept onto my face. Soon, I'd be free. The evening before the divorce was finalized, I sat alone with a cup of tea, gazing around the house. The TV, the empty couch, the quiet rooms, they echoed with memories of sacrifice and care. Now, I realized, it was my time. I could live for myself, meet new people, travel to places I'd only dreamed of, and maybe, one day, love again without fear. A future of hope. Even with the sadness and loneliness that sometimes creep in, I feel hope. Life isn't over, it's just beginning anew. I've started small, joining a local book club, taking walks in the park, and writing my thoughts in a new journal. I've learned to love myself again, to find joy in my own company. This journey has taught me that strength comes from within, that I can survive pain and betrayal, and that happiness is still within reach. Thank you, my dear friends, for listening to this story with me. I hope you enjoyed it and picked up some new English words and phrases along the way. This story isn't just about language, it's about life, love, pain, and the courage to start over. Remember, learning English is more meaningful when it connects to real emotions and real stories. If you like this, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Come back for more simple and engaging English stories. Take care, keep learning every day, and see you in the next video. With love, Maria.